BarbacoaCore, a podcast network.
What is up, everybody? Thank you for checking out a new episode of the BarbacoaCore Podcast. This is Quarantine Buddies, episode 2. What is this? This is like the our official 5th day? I don't even know. 6th day? 6th day quarantine. How you doing?
I'm about to lose my mind.
Already? Anyways, this is Quarantine Buddies. That is my wife, Crystal. I'm your host, Patrick. We're doing this podcast from our quarantine station. And I think it's going all right, man. I was on vacation, sort of. I just returned back to work today. Well, I logged into work today. And it was a pretty productive day. I felt pretty good about that. But I'm noticing a thing between us. Usually, I'm the one freaking out about stuff. Like, I panic about everything at the slightest, like, sight or thought of, oh, shit, the world's going to end and all this type of thing. But I've been pretty level-headed about it. And you're the one that's been, like, kind of freaking out. Like, what's the deal with that? Like, why are we switching places when it comes to that?
Well, I have anxiety, and I think that I have more things to worry about because I lost my job. So that's just like an added stress.
Yeah, but I mean, like, everybody's going through this whole thing. So
And I understand that. Like, I know that I'm not the only one that lost their job or got reduced hours. I know that everybody is struggling right now, but that's just an addition to what I personally go through.
Yeah. You know, but what I've been freaking out about, like, because, like, everything's shut down. I haven't been really doing the open mics things and going out as much as I was before. And I'm kind of worried that I'm not freaking out. You know, maybe I should be panicking and all that stuff. And I know a lot of how I feel about myself as far as, like, my depression waves. It all is determined by how busy I keep myself. And being in this whole thing, like being trapped at home, you know, those social distancing and all that stuff, I am kind of, I don't know if I should be proud of myself or kind of like aware of, like, around the corner it's going to come, that whole drop off, the reality setting in and all that stuff, you know. I do know that that therapy and any type of like mental health clinics or anything like that, they are part of the essential, what is it called? Like, that don't have to shut down, like they're essential. So they stay open, you know, like the stores and all that stuff. So I will still have my usual appointment this Saturday, which I think will kind of like relax me, or like kind of helps me to see, like, oh, you know, not that far away from, you know, kind of seeking help or being able to talk to a mental health professional, you know. But it's weird how going on almost exactly 2 weeks today that I've done anything comedy related, as far as like being out on stage, doing anything like that. And usually I try to stay consistent with that because staying busy helps me not get down on myself, not get, like, depressed in a way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of freaked out. I'm a little, like, worried about that. Like, am I subconsciously avoiding dealing with reality and stuff? Because, like, even, like, you're so worried about, like, the food, like, our pantry is full. You're worried about money, like, we'll take it as it goes. But usually those are my roles, like, and it's so weird how we're doing this whole switch when the whole pandemic's hitting and all this stuff. So I don't know if I've switched roles subconsciously because one of us has to keep a level head, and usually it's not me. So now I'm guessing like, oh, I'll take it on from here, but like it's kind of weird. It's kind
Well,
of eerie feeling, you know.
it's probably like a survival mode that's kicking in for you. Like, I don't know, like it's a role like that you need to be like it's another stepping up to the plate kind of deal. Like I don't know. I
Well,
don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I've never not had like control, and I think that's why I worry so much about it because of the whole control factor that I need to have on stuff. And I think it's weird, just like because I know that there's nothing going on outside, or there should be nothing going on outside. So like, I think I know I'm not missing out on stuff. I'm just not participating. I mean, it's not that I'm not participating in things that are going on. Like there's nothing happening. There's no shows. Everything got canceled. Everything's closed. We're supposed to be quarantined and stuff, and I haven't panicked yet, and I think that's a good thing. But I'm worried that it's building up without me knowing it, and then one day it's gonna be like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, that worries me too. Is that like in a way I feel safe and like I have that confidence that things are going to be okay, but that's always going to be in the back of my head, like, well, what if you do freak out?
I don't know. I think that's why we've been watching a lot of those jailhouse shows, because like not the jailhouse shows, but what was the one we were watching yesterday? That
Locked up for
60 days in.
Yeah.
And I mean, they had to do it for 2 months. These volunteers went into jail. It's an A&E show, 60 days in. The volunteers go in, and they're supposed to be like spies and just check out the inside the jail cell. They're an inmate. Nobody knows that they're undercover. Nobody knows they're all that stuff. But they have to live like the inmates. And it's all voluntary. Voluntary. I don't know. And they're making do, and some people are surviving. Some people punk out right away, don't even make a week. One guy couldn't be with the general population, so he got himself locked in solitaire, and then he had like a freak out session when he found out that he had to go back into like general population, and just quit the show. And so just watching these people, like seeing people in panic mode, go through panic mode, survive their panic mode and all that stuff, and thinking like, oh, okay, that's one way to look at it. Like it's just like everything's gonna be okay. Like that's just the way that you have to think about it. Like it is, where everybody's safe. This will pass. And then, I really don't understand like the whole the pandemic of it. Like I'm not watching the news. I'm not tracking anything. I'm not trying to keep track of all that stuff just because I don't know. Like, well, are we getting close to the quarantine being over? Anything like that, And we're being pretty good. I mean, like we are each other's quarantine buddy and stuff. But we'll because we have this dog, and we'll have to take him out, and we'll notice that people are having parties, like get-togethers, and they're on vacation mode. They're hanging out, doing their spring break stuff, and we're like, dude, like you fucking can't be doing that. Like it's not social gathering time and social distancing. Like just be with the people that you need to be, like in your households and stuff. And so I know that's kind of bothering me when I see people like take advantage of this thing. And as far as like, oh, it's hangout time.
Because all that's going to do is make this last longer and get even more strict. Like everything could shut down if people keep getting infected, and the number of deaths is going to keep going up. Then we're going to have to like be on a complete lockdown, and that's what's scary.
Like a forceful lockdown type of thing. Because we took a little run to HEB, because I mean we're still in contact with social media, and people sending different messages of what they've heard, what they think they heard, the latest rumors about what's going on. So we heard about the city shutting down, and they're just doing the essential, whatever essential employees could be out on the streets.
But yeah, we heard it right before it got announced. So we made a real quick run to the store, but we didn't know. We thought that it was going to be a complete shutdown. So that's why we ran to the store to go get, another week's worth of food.
Yeah, but even
it turned out to be you could still go to the grocery store, but that's it.
Yeah, grocery stores, gas stations, doctors,
vets,
stuff like that's still considered essential. But just being around like a lot of people, like it wasn't even that crowded.
But it was still too much people for us.
There were still a lot of people, and just having that mindset or that like what is it called, like the hypochondriac situation that I put upon myself. Like I started feeling like, oh, is my throat itchy now? Like, oh, I gotta cough. Don't cough in front of these people. They're gonna lock you up and all that stuff. So I did have a little panic with that. But just like you see people just out hanging out and like doing like the riding bikes, still doing the riding bikes in groups, and it's not a time to do the hangout sessions. Like the quarantine needs to be taken a lot more serious, because it's just spreading through people, and then whoever's hanging out in this group's going to go to another group, and nobody knows if they're a carrier. Like you work downtown, you deal with a lot of people traveling in and out from different places that may travel a lot, and just because they don't have symptoms or signs, you don't know what you might have picked up from your surroundings at work,
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of these quarantines is like we got to isolate everybody so it's not being passed on person to person to person and all that. But I don't know. I did get a text message from my therapist. He's like, mental health facilities are still considered under the essentials, so still remain open. And you call in like if you don't want to meet in person and stuff. So I mean, I think that's a good thing. That's considered still bad. But like, it's weird. Like I even like messaged some buddies of mine that we talked to, and we talk about like how are we feeling, like. Are we stressing out? Are we depressed about stuff? And I don't it dawned on me like kind of like I haven't been in my ups and downs as I usually am on a day-to-day basis since this whole thing started, And I asked how they're doing, and like some people are deep down in it, They're a little bit worried, they're a little bit stressed out, and so I'm just like, fuck, man. Like it bugs me. Like I'm kind of like happy, like proud of myself. Like, hey, man, like you're pulling through at this time where that's the last thing you need to be worried about is like, all your depression or stressing or anxiety, just stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm like, why is it not hitting as it usually is? So I don't know. That's the kind of thing I'm kind of worried about and stuff. But at the same time, I'm really not. I'm trying not to.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't look for it. Like, you're doing really well, like, with everything that's going on, and you're remaining calm, and you're, not letting it get to you. But you can't look for it. Like, you can't look for that.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, like I think like the bright side of things is like I still gonna have because I do it every like bi-weekly, my sessions and stuff, and I had to rearrange some stuff because I was supposed to be out of town last weekend, and so it's extended period of time that before I met with my therapist, so that's good. Like I'm getting like my coping mechanisms that I'm learning, with these sessions. I kind of put it into play and all that stuff, but it's just like it's just so weird. And then the anxiety of like, oh well, what am I gonna do if I like once this is over? Am I gonna go back into those type of the rotating, like, how am I feeling today? What's wrong with me today? You know, why am I anxious today? And all that stuff. So I don't know. It's just kind of like dealing with that, and just worried if that's gonna when that's gonna hit, and all that good stuff. But I don't know, man. We've been watching like a lot of TV, a lot of different stuff. Like we've been burning a lot of shows, just nonstop.
Yeah. Someone shared on on Facebook, and it had like a list of all the TV shows like ever, and we were supposed to put like a little hand up that you've seen that series, and I went through that whole list. I was like, oh my god, like I don't even want to do this game because it's gonna be basically saying that I'm a couch potato.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
we've been watching a lot of shows. A lot of shows.
we've tried to force ourselves like to do other things and stuff. Like
Come on.
your cousin, she's talking to the dog.
Sorry.
The dog's having a great time.
He loves that we're home 24/7. Like he loves it. He loves it.
He's a spoiled piece of shit and stuff.
No, he's not.
He is. He's very needy, but at the same time, like he's needy for attention, but on his terms.
He's like a cat.
He's like a cat. He doesn't like to be pet. If you start petting him, and he's a Chihuahua, if you start petting him, he starts like shaking like a little bit more.
Or like he'll scoot away.
Or he'll scoot away.
Or he'll give you
the
the stink eye. Like, what are you doing? Don't touch me.
Yeah, but he's always trying to get into stuff that he's not supposed to, and
he was just under the couch, and he's not supposed to be under
he's
there.
not supposed to be under the couch. He likes to chew up the bottom of the couch, which I don't even know why, but he just likes ruining stuff and making me upset. But he's having a good time since we're always home for the most part. We've been going on extended walks. We both go on walks together with him.
Yeah, I don't want to be outside by myself. I've created a little phobia of being out there by myself, especially at night now.
See, and that's so weird. Like, usually I'm the one with the anxiety, and I'm the one with, like, panicking. I'm the one worried. And it's been you, and like I'm just like, wow, man, like, am I that bad? Am I that bad, like, on a regular basis? Because I'm seeing it from the outside, like with you and your anxiety, and like you're worried about everything, and you like with your alcohol wipes, which it was a great thing. But she's like touching like elevator buttons and doorknobs and all that stuff. With
I'm not touching any surfaces that are outside my house.
And
like
I'm just like, chill, man. Like you've become more OCD than I have been all my life, and I was
and that's what
OCD.
he always wanted. He wanted.
No, I was just like, I don't understand why you're not OCD. Like the whole time that
I am not at all. Like
now you are.
give no fucks. No,
Now
I still
you
don't.
are.
Like I've become a germaphobe. But honestly, like I've always washed my hands like constantly, and it's because like I deal with food all the time, and I deal with drinks, and so I constantly have to have my hands clean, and because people are gross, like, ugh. So I am not touching anything outside our house, our living area, without a Clorox wipe. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it's just so weird how like the roles have been reversed and all that stuff.
I'm a germaphobe. I don't have OCD.
Isn't that under the umbrella of OCD? Like you're afraid, like germs, like you don't want to touch certain things certain ways because of germs and all that stuff. That's an OCD type of thing. I think it's under OCD. I'm no therapist, but I believe it could be. We'll Google that later, maybe. But what I have been seeing a lot is that like a lot of the symptoms for the coronavirus, and like
I haven't even looked it up.
a lot of people.
You shouldn't even look it up either because
I don't look
you're
it
a
up,
hypo.
but it's on Facebook. Because remember, like they just said, coronavirus, all these numbers, all these people, and unnamed, nobody was being named under all this stuff. And I was like, oh, this is fake news and all that. But like a lot of athletes, a lot of there's actors, there's musicians that have been, with that's been tested positive for the COVID-19.
A chef died
A chef, yeah. All
from
these
the
all these people-
COVID-19.
Yeah, all these people like are suffering from the symptoms are passed, from it. So it's becoming more and more real the more that they put the names and faces to the virus itself, And then, and me knowing that you've dealt with a lot of people coming in and out of like downtown, you work in a downtown restaurant. And I was like, oh no, like what if she has it? So I mean, one of the symptoms is like they lose sense of taste and sense of smell, right?
What are you trying to say?
So I've been doing my part, and today's been the first day in a week since I've been working at home
You better be careful.
that I've not put on deodorant. Well, no, I put on deodorant today, and I still shower. I shower on a daily basis and stuff. But I was just like, I'm not going to put on deodorant just so I could see. Do you still have a sense of smell? And you do. So, but
I could have told you that Friday night.
well, I wanted to test it. I didn't want it. What is it called? Like a blind test where like you don't know that I'm testing you and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
But I'm looking out for you. I'm not a doctor.
Well, because we
But
had
when I
that
see-
we had that jam session, that first time video live, Facebook live. What was that my cousin did on Facebook?
Oh yeah. DJ Kane out of Oak Cliff, Dallas area. What's his radio station?
DJ Kane.
I can't think of it right now.
It's
but
at the tip of my tongue. Oh my god!
But he did a live dance party, DJ party type of thing, and everybody's been doing the live thing, the live comedy shows where people will set up to go live. They're doing trivia shows where they go on Facebook Live and they do all this stuff. But we had fun. When was that? On Saturday, Friday
night, Saturday night.
So one of those nights. We lose track of days. But we turned everything off and then put the phone, connect the phone to the radio.
We danced for 2 hours.
2 hours, sweat a lot, man. And that's the thing. We have to get up. We have to make ourselves move, or else we'll just be on the couch, be sitting, laying down, not moving at all.
Depression kicks in.
Yeah.
The anxieties, the worries.
Yeah. So that was fun, and he was doing his thing and listening to people. People were listening. I think he had over 200 people all over Texas, all over the United States. I don't know if they got anybody outside, but it was just a Facebook Live feed, and he's playing music over, DJing, doing his thing. People were like
Taking requests.
putting in requests and all that stuff. So that was fun. That was a different way to kind of like still stay a community and still like connect and communicate and have fun, But that was a lot of fun. A lot of drinking. I've been doing a lot of drinking. But again, I proved to myself that I'm not an alcoholic because I don't drink while I'm at work. And that's a thing I'm proud of, because if it's there, an alcoholic will drink it. But I have restraint to hold off until I clock out of work. And then I open up the bottle. But that was fun. But I did this thing, like you show me videos. You love these videos where like, oh, look at the dog respond. His owner is playing a trick on him, and the dog's responding so sweetly, like the dog's responding like he's supposed to respond. And I did this thing where I died. I tried to fake my death, because apparently my heart could explode because we were doing a lot of moving and shaking and dancing and all that stuff and drinking. And I was like, look, I'm going to play dead. And so out of nowhere, randomly, I dropped right on the floor, pretty hard too. And all you do is like, dude, get the fuck up, move, just get up. Not like the dog, not like a dog would respond. You know the video I'm talking about, where they're like, look, she's training him because she has seizures and she wants the dog to know what to do, or she wants to see what the dog does.
So you're comparing me to...
No. You're missing the whole point. You're
Wow.
missing the whole point. I wanted to see what your response would be. How would you react?
Because I knew you were playing around.
One of these days, I'm going to drop dead, and you're going to be...
You are not.
Yes.
No.
Statistically speaking, I don't know, but one of these days I will have to drop
I
dead.
knew that you were way past your drunk limits. You were
Oh,
you were
man.
very drunk.
No, I could
You
go.
were
no.
no. You don't even remember hitting your head and you woke up with a bump.
Those are two separate things.
It was right after each other.
two separate things after each other.
I knew that you were playing around. So, of course, I was telling you to get up because I was afraid that you shattered your kneecaps because you just dropped on your...
That's how hard I fell. Is that my knees went bang, the floor shook, and then
he just let the rest of your body...
Belly flopped on the
floor.
kitchen floor. And I'm waiting for my wife, she's going to prove how much she loves me. And then we're going to have a good old laugh about it and all this stuff. And dude, get the fuck up. Get out of the way.
No, I didn't say get out of the way. I said get up. Are you okay? Your knees.
You never
Did
said,
you shatter?
You're like, dude, our neighbors. You never said, are you okay? So, of course, me, like...
Oh, my gosh.
Me, all like, that's not the response I wanted, whatever. And then I got up and I was like, let me just lay down on the couch. Threw myself on the couch. Lights were still out
because
we were
he's
dance
drunk, so
party
you
time.
didn't know his depth perception.
I didn't know. And then it was dark. And then I didn't have my contacts on. And just threw myself on the couch, not realizing that the cushion that is on the armrests wasn't there. Banged the shit out of my head. And then she goes, oh, are you okay? I was like, you don't give a fuck. I'm all right. Because I really thought I was. It wasn't until the next day where I put my hat on. And then I feel like this pressure.
Tenderness.
Like this pressure. Like this tender thing behind me. And then I felt like I had a headache in my front lobe area. And I was like, wow, did something hit me yesterday? Did something fall on my head? And so the swelling's gone down since then.
See, and this is why I get so frustrated because you play around and you're too drunk to do this stuff and pull these little stunts. And you end up hurting yourself, and you don't even remember how you did it.
I remembered after
now
the fact.
You do.
I remember. I could paint the picture. I just
but at that time you were blacked out.
I wasn't blacked out.
Okay.
I don't black out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't black out. I remember everything. I just say that I blacked out, so I don't have to apologize for anything.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. I have the recordings.
See, she records me anytime I get a little bit too drunk. Did you put alcohol in this lemonade?
No.
Okay. Yeah. She likes to have proof. So she'll have hours of recording of me just going on gibberish, and then she'll be like, remember that little thing that you just said at the 25-minute mark of this hour-long thing?
I don't have that much memory on my phone to record you for an hour.
You get the point.
Quit exaggerating.
You get the point. But we couldn't make one of those videos like, oh, look how this dog responds. He's such a good responder. He's looking out for his owner.
Well, I have that of my dog doing that. I pretended that I passed out.
Oh, so you could do it, but I can't.
But I'm not doing it on you. That's fucked up. Like, you're trying to do this on me.
How do you know you're not causing any mental damage to your dog when you do that? Like, he's very sensitive. He's a sensitive piece of shit.
That's why you keep pushing him off you, right?
Yeah, because he's not my dog. He's your dog.
He's our dog.
No, he's your dog.
You love him too.
No, I had to take care of him. But
look, see, he's gonna bring you his toy.
No. Because here's the thing. I'm a dog person. Been a dog person my whole life. This dog has made me think, hey, maybe cats aren't that bad. You know? Because at least they don't have to go outside and like they want to be left alone all the time. That, and I recently just lost my dog of 14 years. No, like 16 years. I've had him for a while. Recently lost him about 8 years ago. I'm not ready for a new dog relationship. My wife will replace a dog immediately. Immediately. Which lets me know that when it's my time to go, God forbid, when it's my time to go, She will have a date at my funeral.
Shut up.
At my will reading, she will be like, "Oh, this is the new. What's your name again?" All that I know that for a fact.
No.
The way she goes,
I would not.
You have to. You can't go.
You
I can ask
say
you.
that.
Will you?
One would never get in another relationship ever again.
You said another marriage. You would never get married
Relationship
again.
or marriage. Nope, I am done. Like, hell no. No. Being a housewife,
I would put money.
day 6 of being with no work, being a housewife is hard.
That's why you get one of those sugar daddies.
Mm-mm.
And
Nope.
then with my life insurance, you'll be set, dude. For a fact, the way that you keep and I ask you, like, okay, if something happened to this dog, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If something happened to this dog where he just stopped being here,
I just have a big heart, and
Will
I
you
wouldn't.
not be-
I take these dogs in, like, I take them in,
we don't need any dogs.
and
Anytime
if we had a bigger place, we would probably have 2 more.
no,
We've had 3 dogs at once.
you've had 3 dogs at once. I only had 1 dog that I had for 16 years.
We brought home Benito, and we had Sadie, which was my dog, and then we got Buckley.
Those were all your decisions. Well, Benito was my grandma's dog.
Yeah.
My grandma couldn't take care of that dog anymore.
And we
then-
took him in.
Yeah, and then he decided to peace out. This blind dog says, "Fuck this place," and then he just takes off like a selfish piece of shit. I mean, we were feeding him, we were taking care of him, and all that stuff, and then he just decides, "Let me go see what else is out there." I'm pretty sure he's long gone by now, but I would like to see what it's like to not have a dog.
No.
Not have to rush home to walk the dog, let the dog out. If we make out of town plans, we have to find a dog sitter every time. If we had a cat, we could probably leave that cat for a week.
And look at him now, chasing his tail.
Yeah. He feels the negative energy. He's like, but look, I'm cute. Like, I do funny stuff around him.
Stupid dog. Cosmo, stop. Like, he's even throwing himself to go in a circle.
Yeah. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. But he's having a good time. He's had both of us here nonstop.
He gets super excited when both of us take him for a walk.
We've been both taking him on a walk in case the purge breaks out and I have to protect her. Or she has to watch me have a heart attack and call the ambulance. Like, shut up, get the fuck up. You know how expensive ambulances are? That's what I hear, the first thing. Is this real? I'm about to call the ambulance. If this is real, you're going to be so mad when they show up and it's all a joke. Is it real? Are you really not going to get up? All right, I'll call the ambulance, I guess. Get up. Don't get him. Don't put him on the mic.
I didn't put him on the mic.
Not to disinfect the mics again, because your dog got on it.
What's up, Cosmo?
So we're kind of going back to normal. Well, not back to normal, not by any means, but I'm back at work. So we didn't do any laziness today. Got up pretty early.
I know. I made him coffee and got him a little pastry.
Took a shower.
And then I made
Put
him
deodorant
lunch.
on, put deodorant on. Yes, she made lunch. Very good.
And then dinner. He doesn't
Yeah.
even eat this much when on a regular day.
I'm doing this whole thing, too, where I'm not shaving. And I realized 2 things. I have a really shitty beard. Did you know I'm bald? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. I don't think I have any hair on my head.
Never knew.
Yeah, this quarantine is bringing out a lot.
All the
of me.
truthies.
It's bringing out the truth. Things are being uncovered thanks to the coronavirus. And, but we're doing all right. We're going a little bit crazy. Liquor stores are essential, right? Are liquor stores essential?
Yeah, but I think it's already passed.
No, I'm not saying for today. We're good for today, but I'm just saying for the weekend, definitely got to hit one of the essentials stores.
A job is an essential, but I don't have one.
No, what do they call it? A furlough?
Yeah.
They put you on furlough.
Basically, I'm guaranteed to get a job back when this is all over with.
When this is all over with. And till then, we'll still be social distancing, quarantine as fuck. The real way, not hanging out with buddies and doing all that stuff. I think we're doing pretty good.
They even
Surprisingly,
said that we shouldn't even go in pairs to the grocery store.
why not in pairs?
It should just be one person. But I do the shopping. I mean, I could send you with the list, I guess, but
I don't know.
and I'm not going by myself.
No, you're not going by yourself. But other than that, it's going pretty good. What's weird is that I have these. I work tomorrow, I work Friday, and then I'm off again for that whole week.
Another vacation.
Another vacation. A vacation that I can't do anything. Like, it's not like I could go out to the movies, catch a matinee or nothing. No, I'm fucking stuck at home. I mean, well, it is what it is. I got myself in a situation where I got to use the PTO before I lose it. So I got to do it. I got to take the time off, and at least, I couldn't get time off during Fiesta, and now the joke's on them. We got no Fiesta, so I got to use it up for throughout or going into April, and then yeah, just doing this work from home situation. It's going pretty good, and then just gotta wait till we go back to the real world. Whenever that may be. But we're doing good. We haven't fought once. Like, really fight?
No.
We haven't really fought once. And for a while, we were fighting on a every 3 days type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Because I think we're in a part... We're very aware that we can't... It's not like we're like, oh, all right, I'm going to go do comedy or like, oh, I'm going to go out with my friends or all that stuff. Like, we're just like, I guess we won't fight because we have nowhere else to go.
This quarantine is actually saving our marriage.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious, man.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. Being down to one income and having the world be closed is probably the best thing that could have happened to our marriage.
I know. We were like on the verge of outsies.
It was on the table. It was on the table for sure.
Yeah.
But we're having fun with it. We're looking out for each other. It's actually been pretty fun. Like, a lot of people like complain about it. But I mean, like, I think since everything's shut down, we don't have to deal with that whole like fear of missing out on anything because nothing else is going on.
Yeah.
We're doing
a lot of people do have FOMO.
But of what? Like, everything's supposed to be shut down. Nobody's supposed to be hanging out.
Yeah.
It's not like we're like, oh, we're missing out on the barbecue, or we're missing out on like, game night or anything like that. Like, we're supposed to be home, and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. Everybody's supposed to be quarantined like this. And that's the only way to get past this, so the thing doesn't continue to grow and spread, and however else it works, stay inside, stay away from each other, so this thing doesn't keep moving on.
Yeah. Even even going to like your friend's house or your sister's house or a family member or your cousins, like, you have to stay home. You have to be in your own household, like, because you don't know how many times they went out and came in contact with other people, and you don't know who they're going to see next also. So you have to stay home. You have to get enough supplies just for the week, and go out once a week. Don't be going out over and over again. Don't go on the hunt, for additional stuff that you already have in your cupboards or already have in your bathroom. Like, you don't need to keep buying and hoarding all this stuff.
Yeah.
What are you going to do if the electricity goes out for like 5 hours? All your meats and everything's going to go to waste.
Why are you putting that out there? You're putting
I'm not
that
putting it
bad-
out there.
Bad vibes.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Putting
stuff
bad
happens.
vibes
Like,
on me. I did have a dream that would happen. Though I was like, oh, we'll just go downstairs and put it in the. Oh, what you were talking about? Complete blackout. Well,
yeah, like, well, I mean, and it happens on a regular basis to begin with. Like, if a pole goes down or a squirrel, gets on the line and, I don't know, it blows up and then they had to shut off the light. There was a fire 2 weeks ago and it had, the electricity was out for like hours throughout the whole neighborhood. So stuff like that happens already on the daily basis. Like, anything can happen. So that's what I'm saying. Like, unless you have a generator connected to your house and you have, a deep freezer or a freezer or whatever, and you have all these meats and all these, different kinds of stuff in your freezer, what good is it going to do when the electricity goes out?
and plus,
That's
you don't
all
want to
I'm saying.
overbuy because if you're taking somebody else's supply that they need just for the week,
Like, there's
and you're
elderly
going
people out there. There's people with babies. Like, don't buy all the milk. Don't buy all the eggs. Like, don't buy all the toilet paper. Like, what is the deal with all that? Like, I just don't get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I get that we are all home. The whole family is home, and toilet paper is going faster than normal because everyone is, locked down. But just get what you need just so that the shelves could continue staying full.
yeah, man, just do whatever you can, do the best you can, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
And yeah, we'll get through this. But yeah, hopefully everything works out for the best. Look out for any programs that may be out for people that might be out of work for a while. I know we're looking into some of those just because we are down to one income for now, for a while. But we're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. And just take this quarantine as more serious. It's not a vacation time. It's not a time to hang out with people, put anybody else in danger. And yeah, just be more cautious about what this quarantine is actually supposed to be doing and what the coronavirus is actually all about. But I don't know. Have fun too. Like, catch up on movies.
Read a book.
Read a book.
Someone said they were going to read a book
Play
and they
games.
didn't.
I'm definitely going to read a book next week for sure. For sure.
On your vacation?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode. I think we're doing good. I think we kind of like fought a little bit. I'm telling people that I fake my death just to see how you respond. Not well.
I honestly thought it wasn't even a
Not
fight.
well.
I thought you were going to start talking about my food because you were saying, oh, well, one of the symptoms is losing your taste buds. And I thought you were going to start talking about my food.
No, man, you've been killing it. I've been enjoying it.
I was like, what was wrong with my food? You better be careful because I've been cooking over and over and over again every day.
I'm not worried about me having coronavirus. I'm worried about you having coronavirus. So that's why I got to test your sense of smell.
Well, I thought you said that I lost my sense of taste because my food wasn't coming out delicious.
No, I would never. I just want to see if you can smell me. If you smell.
Oh, I smelled you.
All right. Next time.
You're like, all right, bitch. Because you've been calling me a bitch a lot.
But playfully, though.
Yeah. I tell him, you better watch yourself before I fucking knock you out.
All right. You heard it here first, fellas. You heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. Laters. Bye.